And we're back.
So I just realized something. In the first episode, we never really introduced ourselves. We just went straight into talking about cheese.
Yeah, and now we're also only here with 2 out of the 5 of us. And Delaney.
Delaney, say hi.
Hello.
Delaney is a guest.
She's back from college from Ohio.
So I guess on the next podcast, we'll just have everybody, introduce themselves.
Yeah, that's just, the prequel episode.
Yeah, it's the pre.
Yeah.
Gotta get a little taste of what you're getting into.
Yeah,
exactly. You gotta dip your toes in the water, you know what I mean? So we're on the way to Delaney's dad's in Connecticut, and we're on our way to Salem. We're on our way to Salem after that, in Massachusetts, where the witch trials happened.
I've never been above New York.
Neither have I.
Hell
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your dad lives in Connecticut. I was about to say, what about you?
I was born in Connecticut, so yeah.
Oh, yeah?
No, yeah, I've never been further north than New York.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've been all the way to Florida, I've never been above.
That's not
No, I'm
New
saying
York.
I've been south, but I've not been north.
Yeah.
I've also still never been off the East Coast, so that hasn't changed.
Yeah, I want to go to Canada.
I've been to 25 states.
We go to Canada next.
Canada's only 8 hours from us.
Delaney?
Yes.
Let's just
gas
go now.
you need?
I don't have my passport.
Yeah, I don't have Canada money right now. Next year we'll go.
You don't have the maples yet?
The
maple leaves.
The maples.
The leaves.
Wait, what did you say about 25 states?
I've been to 25 states.
Oh,
Which
wow,
ones?
that's
Can you name
impressive.
them?
Yeah, okay, so Maine,
We're counting.
Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri.
That's 23.
That's 23.
Wow,
so
a fucking
close.
liar. You rounded up.
I'm sorry, I rounded up.
Snaps for
Almost half the states.
That was for Delaney.
Thank you.
I've only been to
if you could go to 25 states, which 2 states would you go to?
Which 2 states would I go to? California, probably.
Okay.
And I don't know, I feel like I've been to all the interesting ones. Colorado.
Yeah, you want to go snowboarding?
Yeah, I want to go snowboarding and smoke some weed.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I feel like this is the appropriate time to talk. I was originally gonna do a little a pea podcast.
A pea pod! That's perfect! Oh my god!
I was originally gonna do a little pea pod episode where I just talk about some Salem facts and stuff like that. But all that comes up in my mind is the Crucible, which I barely remember.
And everybody read that in high school, or has to read it in high school. I know I did.
Yeah.
So we all knew that.
We're not going to do that. What I want to talk about, since we're all here, and I feel like this is the most appropriate time to talk about it.
Because of who's here.
Yes. Delaney?
Yes.
Where were you when 9/11?
Oh my god!
The build-up! Oh my god!
Where are you when 9/11 cackles? Just everyone texts and cackles.
Everybody just shuts off the video.
Okay.
The watch time will plummet after.
Let's see. Digging back into my toddler memory.
No, wait, that was a joke. That wasn't really it. Wait, was it?
So funny.
So we're gonna use real names, but I'm just gonna bleep them out. Because if we try to use other names, we're gonna forget who's who.
But no, and
I'll use a different sound every time we're using a different name.
That's for one part of this section. The first part I want to talk about, Delaney, where were you when this actually happened? Not that 9/11 did not happen.
Bush did 9/11.
Did it?
Bush did 9/11. It was an inside job.
Cue the fucking conspiracy theory noises.
This is where I put in that noise for my Carly.
Okay. Okay. Tell me.
Wait, what does a conspiracy theory sound like?
Do 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 do.
Ooh.
That's a
X-Files.
No, hold
Did you
on.
just say that's a Pokemon?
That is the sound when you pick up an item in Pokemon.
No, that's an X-Files theme song. Do 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 do.
No, that's do 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 do.
know, then what's a do-do-do-do-do-do?
That's like a fucking horn. Like, wake up.
That's the
It's time to fucking
sound,
go to camp.
Oh no, I'm thinking of do-do-do-do. Like when you pick up an item.
Do-do-do-do. Yeah. I don't know what I'm thinking.
Well, anyway.
But Delaney,
Mm-hmm.
you called me this day, freaking out, screaming.
Oh, of course.
Were you in the car when you found out the MCR got back together?
No, so what happened was I was in my apartment at school.
We got Shake Shack, by the way, so sorry if you hear a lot of sipping.
A little
noises.
some sucking.
Yeah, milkshake. So if you hear anybody struggling to breathe, that's why.
Yeah, we got like these thick ass milkshakes from Shake Shack. We're doing some hard suckling. Anyway.
So on the second most tragic day next to... Just kidding, this was the most joyous day of my life. I was in my apartment.
I want to say, MCR breaking up was like on par with.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, I agree. Like that's probably
Like it helped. Like the way
That's the emo.
Wait, that hold this to my parents. That's what March 22nd, 2013.
Dude, 322, dude.
322.
We're gonna start calling it exclusively that. Not the breakup, just 322.
So where was I on October 31st, 2019?
Yes.
Well, I was in my apartment at school, and I just, opened Twitter, and I was like, why the fuck is My Chemical Romance trending? So I looked.
You don't have notifications on for them?
I do, but I don't know why I didn't see it.
Like, no, yeah, I had notifications on too, but I saw it before they tweeted anything.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Instagram
yes,
post,
exactly.
Yeah,
like,
the Instagram post happened first.
Yeah, something like that happened first, and then I saw it, and then I started freaking out. I FaceTimed like 6 people.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I FaceTimed my dad, I FaceTimed my mom, even though my mom does not give a shit at all.
Yeah.
And then I went to the grocery store, I went to Kroger, and I was literally FaceTiming people in the fucking aisles of Kroger.
Oh my god.
And then my phone died, and I just felt like I was like just shaking. Like I just like.
Listen, your phone died, but MCR.
But
got
MCR was alive.
Yeah.
I was at work, and I think I had just like opened Twitter at the right minute because Farron was tweeting something.
She was tweeting
and I didn't really understand what.
Yeah, Farron was
it was the merch. Yeah, I
them.
saw Farron's tweet about the merch, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Thank you, Farron, for being their PR.
Shout out to Farron.
Oh,
Whoa! Almost missed an exit.
We almost just flipped the car. But anyway, so I was at work. I work at Hot Topic for those who don't know. And I got on Twitter. Everybody was saying that they were getting back together, but like nothing was official yet. And then somebody posted that they made an Instagram, and that's when I started to freak out.
Yeah.
I followed the Instagram, turned on the post notifications, and they like not even 5 minutes went by, and they they posted the picture of the statues. And then after that, I was like, oh my god, they're posting like something is happening.
Yeah.
I was bugging out. I think it was me and Rachel that were working. So if it was me and Kate, it would have been a lot worse. But
yeah.
It was only me and Rachel, so it was fine. Like Rachel cared, but she wasn't freaking out.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so I like was like, what the fuck? And then like 10 minutes later, like when they said that they were like playing the show at the shrine, or like 20 minutes later, I was like, and then I like was freaking out for like 30 minutes, and not even, and because immediately I was like, wait a minute. I work at Hot Topic, so I went on the computer and refreshed the emails, and at that exact minute, an email came through, and it was like, MCR is back, and it was like the t-shirts that we got, and I was like, oh my fucking god, it's really happening because my store knows about it. Like, this is not a prank.
Yeah.
This is a real thing. Oh my god, it was a lot.
I was actually, my friend Nick is in a band called This Year's Comeback, and they were doing this Halloween bash thing, and they were actually doing an MCR cover show, and
this had been planned for like months.
Yeah, I was playing bass. I was like a fill-in for like being the bass player and stuff like that, and I was in the middle of getting ready for the show when I went on my phone and I saw Farron's tweets. I was like, oh no, what's this? I saw their ugly ass fucking return merch, and I was like, oh no. And then
you just told me the other day that you wanted the return shirt.
No, not the return shirt. I didn't mean that. I meant the one with the angels on it.
I have that one.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Me too.
I saw their merch, and I FaceTimed Farron, Effie, and Hannah, and we talked about it for a bit, but like our connection was terrible because they're across the ocean. And then I don't know what I texted you with, but I remember
texted you, and you were like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, because this was before like they had posted it, MCR had posted anything.
I was like, I'm scared.
Because I literally was like, Chris, and you were like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I was like, me either.
Yeah. And then Delaney called me. I was like, "Oh, call from Delaney." You're like, "Did you hear that MCR coming back together?" You like screamed at me, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And that's when I was like, "Wow,
like this is really happening." And I didn't believe that. I literally didn't believe that it was really happening until the night of the show at the Shrine. I was driving home from work and I was listening to Bullets, and fucking
Headfirst for Halos.
Headfirst for Halos started playing, and I started fucking bawling. And like the show is in California, I'm in New Jersey, so like the time is different. So the show hadn't even started yet.
Yeah.
And I was already bawling.
Delaney, did you watch it?
I didn't watch the live stream, but I watched videos afterwards.
Okay, so then we're gonna talk about that next because I have a lot to say about that too.
We talked about this before, and we have the same opinions.
Yeah, so
they're not great opinions. So if you want to click off now, then
now is the time to stop watching if you don't like criticism. If you can't respond to criticism that's not about you. Sorry, but you know how some people get. So anyway, whatchamacallit? What was I saying?
About Headfirst for Halo.
Oh, yeah. So then I got home from work kind of late. I had to open the next morning, so I couldn't watch the show.
Yeah.
So, like, midnight rolls around when they're supposed to start playing, and I wasn't asleep yet. I couldn't sleep. Probably from the anxiety.
Like 1:30 or something?
It was like 12:45.
I know Thursday opened.
It was like 12:45 for us.
You know what pisses me off? Hold on.
What?
Tucker Rules on Thursday, and he was in the Future Violence. They had this shit planned.
You remember how when we went to go see Frank, Jeff said something about MCR?
I forget what he said. No,
but I know that he mentioned that.
Well,
yeah.
Chris, when we saw Frank in May, he was James was saying some shit.
Yeah, James was talking mad shit about
they're like,
MCR.
"Oh, it's just James. Like, what is he?"
No, but because he was playing that stupid chicken song that he played in front of Warner Brothers, and yeah, it was some dumb story.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But anyway.
There's a lot of talk about MCR.
Yeah, literally, like it was like they, and it's funny because I saw somebody's video on Twitter that like was Frank like responding to interviewers like about them asking him if MCR is getting back together. Looking back at those videos, it's almost obvious that they were getting back together.
Yeah,
because he literally he laughed every time. Like he's an awful liar. I now really know that. So,
but at the Kerrang thing when we went.
Oh yeah, me and Chris.
He got the date wrong. He said 2012 is when they broke up.
That's when they played.
Literally everyone like in the audience I was watching was like 2012. Like they're literally like, what do you mean 2012? Oh, is this still recording?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Anyway, but here's the thing: is like, yeah, they played their last show in 2012, and like Frank said that he. Didn't know about it until the day of the show. But Frank says a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And I think we know that.
He's got a big fucking mouth.
He's got big says. He says a lot.
He's got big says?
Yeah, he's got big says. He says a lot. So, like, that just makes me think, like, oh, he really just fucked up. But anyway, yeah. So me and Chris went to this, like, Kerrang interview in Brooklyn that they were interviewing Frank, and like people got to go if they like responded or whatever.
They're like sending questions.
A question, and then they DM'd you for your name and stuff and whatever. And so that's what she was talking about there. But what was I saying before that? Oh, so it was like midnight, and I was like, oh, like they probably go on soon. Like let me think about what time it is, and if I'm not asleep, I'll watch it. Mm-hmm. Like for at least the first like couple songs, and I'll go to sleep or whatever. So I put on the live stream. Like Alt Press started streaming while like I was on Instagram. So I was like, oh fuck, like I gotta put this on, and I did, and then I watched some of it. And here's where we talk about that because oh boy.
I was with the Knicks. Yeah. When we were watching it.
Oh yeah, because you guys like planned to watch it.
Yeah. Spiffs isn't that big into MCR. They recently started like listening to all the albums except for Danger Days.
Yeah, because they were into Danger Days, right? And then
that's like their favorite album. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know.
Anyways,
Nick is heavily into MCR, like heavily into
how
MCR.
We are, yeah.
Yeah. So like I was gonna watch it with Nick regardless, and we were like just watching it. We both had the same reaction. We were just sitting on the couch, not feeling anything.
So let me just hold on. Let me just preface this by saying, me and Chris were both really fucking underwhelmed with the performance. And for me personally, a part of that was because not only were they not even all wearing the same color, their outfits weren't coordinating at all, and that really frustrated me because they were always like so about that.
Even if their outfits weren't coordinated, I expected the band, like the stage setup, to not look so like
plain.
Yeah, like
there was nothing except the backdrop. Like, at least do more.
I understand. I just want to say this. I fucking hated that intro. Anyway, I know that they're older than how they were.
Right, absolutely.
But
Gerard probably can't do as much.
You're fucking My Chemical Romance. You have so much expectations.
And they have so much money. Warner Brothers probably, they immediately knew that they were going to make a fuckload of money off of that reunion.
Yeah.
They could have done more to, like, give us that in return. Sorry if the car is loud right now. We're going over a bridge.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he watched a few videos from the live show. He said it didn't even look like it was something that they had planned for a while. It was more something that they wanted to prove themselves that they could do it again.
No, I said that.
Yeah, my coworker said that too.
Oh, really? Yeah. I said the same thing. I was like, it didn't seem like something that was planned at all. It seemed like something that was thrown together at the last minute, which is, like, kind of concerning considering they announced it 2 months before. Like, you know, like, it was, I don't know, it felt really rushed. It was good seeing that, like, the guys were definitely happy doing it. Like, that definitely made me happy. I was very glad that they wanted to be there and that they weren't forced into it for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very clear the four of them wanted to be there. Like, I've never seen Mikey smile on stage that much.
I love, and, like, I saw, like, some videos of Frank, and he was just smiling so, like, his favorite band's back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting gay right now.
I'm getting misty. The Goosies.
And it was really cool too because, like, a lot of people camped out for, like, days before. Like, our friend Mac was there, and, like, our friend Katz was there, and, like,
a bunch of
a lot of people we know were there, and, like, the night before the show, actually, the band came out and gave out free blankets to the people that were waiting. So I thought that was pretty cool. That definitely seems like a Gerard move, not a label move to me.
Yeah.
Like, one of them was probably like, no, like, there's going to be people camping out.
Frank.
We have to do something.
Because Frank,
you know what? It probably was Frank because he's still touring, so he knows how they are.
Yeah, he even released, like, back during Parachutes, he released, like, sleeping bags and, like, water and, like, water bottles and an umbrella.
Flip-flops.
He's like, just in case you guys camp out again.
Yeah, literally. So, like, it probably was Frank. But I'm saying, like, that was definitely one of them that decided that. Like, that wasn't a label decision.
Yeah.
And, like, the small things like that made me happy.
Yeah.
But, like, the overall experience of the show, and maybe it's because I wasn't there and, like, part of me was jealous that I wasn't there.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe that's why I was underwhelmed by it, but I don't know, like, something about it just didn't feel authentic.
By saying this, we're not trying to, like,
discredit it at all.
Discredit it or, like, make people, like,
feel bad
about, like, spending as much money as they did. Like, we're not trying to be like, oh, why'd you spend that much money? It's so, it was, like, not even, like,
that good, yeah.
But,
because here's the thing, if I spent the money, I think I would be like, no, you know what? I'm happy I did that because they've been my favorite band since I was 9.
Yeah.
Which, for me, that's, like, almost 15 years now.
Yeah.
Literally, this year will be 15 years that I started listening to My Chemical Romance, which is more than half my life.
Yeah.
And fucking, like, I definitely wouldn't have been upset had I spent the money and went and done it. But seeing it from, like, an outside point of view, I feel like something was missing. I wish there was more. Like, it just felt too underwhelming to me. Like, even if their outfits weren't matching or the same outfit, I feel like if they all wore black or at least the same color, like, or, it just didn't feel, like, cohesive enough to me.
I feel like that almost happened because they're not in an era right now. Like, obviously they're not Danger Days anymore, but, like, assuming they're going to release more music, like, who really knows, but assuming they are, like, they gotta, they're probably going to have an era where they do dress a certain way for that.
That's true.
So right now they're probably at the stage where there's not anything they can do.
Yeah.
They can at least wear all black and Gerard not wearing that ugly fucking
that green
coat.
Fucking shirt.
That costs probably, like, more than my house. But it made me smile. Come on, you can get over. You can get over.
We're letting you hunk.
Nope, fuck you.
I think they have their blinker on accident. It seems like it anyway.
But they're driving way too far back. Anyway, it may be it sounds like I'm saying maybe, but it made me really happy to see that Ray was wearing an MCR shirt.
That was cute. I definitely loved that a lot.
Yeah. God.
And I like that Mikey was wearing the Mikey fucking way shirt.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is,
That
like,
was fitting.
I'm really glad that, like, they wanted to do it. Because I would have been really upset had it seemed like none of them wanted to be there, and it was just like a cash cow thing.
I feel like Gerard would never want to do that.
We still own
Gerard would never do that.
But here's the thing, if the label, like, you know, like, put in a contract somewhere, like, in fine print 10 years ago that they had to do it, whatever they wanted with their music, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
they would never sign to that, though.
That's true.
They would never fucking sign to that.
There could be, and people miss stuff like that all the time. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
but, like, they're, like, millionaires, so they have to have, like...
That's true. I'm just glad that they wanted to be there and that it wasn't one of those situations where it was, like, one of them didn't want to be there or something.
Yeah.
Because I know that, like, Gerard and Frank have both said, like, if all of them didn't want to do it, they weren't going to do it. And I'm really glad about that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really glad that they made that choice.
Yeah. They played Make Room, which made me really excited when I first heard it.
Honesty Hour, Make Room is my least favorite of the Conventional Weapons songs.
Really? This is a good segue, like, because I feel like we said all we need to say about the show.
I think it bothers me a little bit because it's like the song that they kind of made into
Everybody
Na Na Na.
wants to change.
Exactly. So I think
but
it
that
just
came first before Na Na Na, and then they
I know,
scrapped Conventional Weapons.
But then it got released afterwards. So the time that I didn't get into MCR until like 2011.
Yeah.
And I didn't really decide they were my favorite band until 2012. So the first music that I ever got to listen to, like, on a new release was the first Conventional Weapons.
Yeah.
So to me, like, Make Room just really threw me off, and like since then it's just like I listen to it, I like it, but it's not like
it's
just
not
my favorite. Yeah.
My favorite is ironically Christina's two least favorite songs. Mine are Gun and Ambulance. And
I like those ones too.
Christina hates them.
I like
I don't
those
know
ones too.
why.
I hate Gun.
I mean,
it's so dumb.
Boy Division is just so good.
It is dumb, but
I like Boy Division.
You know
a
I
lot.
love dumb shit.
I was playing Make Room in the car, and it got to the part where I was like, everyone wants to change the world. Spitz was like, wait, is this Na Na Na? I'm like, no, it's Make Room. And they were like, oh. And I'm like, yeah, this came first, and then Na Na Na. Because Spitz is like a huge, like... Danger Days fucker. Their favorite song is Party Poison. And if you knew Spips, you would, like, completely see that.
Oh, it makes perfect sense.
But...
I was like, it's only valid for Spips and Spips only to have that their favorite MCR album.
My favorite, it's either between, fuck am I saying? It's either between, it's either between Boy Division, Tomorrow's Money, Make Room, or Kiss the Ring.
That's like most of the songs. You have to pick like
That's
one
like
or
half
two.
of the songs.
Yeah, that's like most of them.
Tomorrow's Money, Make Room.
That's valid.
Yeah.
I like Kiss the Ring a lot too.
Yeah.
So I know they're depressing and cheesy as shit, but like The Light Behind Your Eyes and The World Is Ugly.
I can't listen to those songs.
Like I love them so much.
I almost got a Light Behind Your Eyes tattoo.
Oh god.
I don't remember. It was like a long time ago, and it was. I don't even think I was 18 yet.
Can we get a tattoo that says Think Happy Thoughts?
Yeah.
That'd be cute. I'd be down for that.
Salem things.
Oh my god. We should.
Uh-oh.
Alright, well, that's decided.
So
can we get it in like the Old English font, but like lowercase?
You want every single tattoo.
I do! Okay, I do! It looks good! We'll pick a font later.
You said that Revenge is your least favorite MCR
Revenge is my favorite MCR.
So okay,
Thank you, Delaney. That's why we're friends.
Hold on, okay, so this is a good conversation because here's the thing. It's not that I don't like Revenge. I really like it, and MCR doesn't have a bad album. That's my whole thing. It's just in order of my personal preference.
Right, like Revenge isn't
comes
bad,
back.
it's just not your favorite.
No,
I
not
have
by
to
any
shit real
means.
bad.
It's,
Yeah.
already? You just like sipped the milkshake and you're like, ooh, gotta shit.
She was building up as
My
I
Aunt
was sipping
Lorraine's
it.
house is like right here. You want to?
Lorraine, I gotta shit.
I mean, at least you
Lorraine!
don't have to shit in public. Or my Aunt Susie's 136. We got one more exit. Susan, I gotta take a dump. But anyway,
Back to MCR.
So yeah, it's not that I don't like.
Wait. Since we're going up, let's stop at Belleville, dude.
Dude.
We should. Anyway,
For the lore.
fucking so yeah, it's not that I think Revenge is a bad album or that I don't like it. It's just if I had to rank them, for me personally, it would come last.
I think
Although if we're counting Conventional Weapons, I think that would come last.
not counting Conventional Weapons,
Yeah.
my order goes.
But like I said, it's not that I don't like it. It just doesn't feel like cohesive, and it definitely feels like something that's not finished.
It feels like in between Black Parade and Danger Days.
It doesn't,
even
yeah,
though
it doesn't feel like done or like legit.
I think that's why they scrapped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of those songs particularly fit.
They fuck a lot.
But they don't fit on any
like,
albums.
Separately.
Yeah,
They're not good
yeah.
as one
I think
thing.
that's why they released it as singles.
Yeah, that has to be why.
I think, not counting Conventional Weapons, my order of favorite to least favorite albums is...
I think we're probably gonna have the same.
Revenge,
probably.
Black Parade,
Oh no.
Bullets, Danger Days.
Mine's Revenge. Mine said flip. Revenge, Bullets.
Black Parade.
Yeah. Even though I like whenever I
mine's
listen to
very
songs,
different.
even though when I listen to songs off Black Parade, I'm like, this is my fucking favorite My Chemical Romance
Right, but
song.
it's not. Like, I say that about every MCR song that comes on.
So
House of
mine,
Wolves is just so fucking good.
So good.
mine
fucking good.
is the Black Parade, Bullets, Danger Days, Revenge. But like I said, it's not because, and I also think it's because like I kind of like got out of my chem for a little while. Like when I was like in high school, I was still into them, but I wasn't as into them.
Yeah.
Because I got really into Motionless in White.
Yeah.
So that kind of like took over my whole life. When I got back into MCR, Danger Days was like the most recent album, so I fucking played the fuck out of that album.
When
It's are you trying to sweat me out?
I had to turn, I was freezing. Sorry.
I was like, it feels like a fucking sauna in here.
Sorry. When
I'm taking my shoes off.
when we first started talking on Tumblr, well, we didn't really talk, but we did like.
We were mutuals for
Yeah.
like 3 years.
Was that when you got back into them?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Delaney?
Like I was into them,
We
but
were-
that's
we were-
when in
we were-
2015 is like when I
Were
got
you two-
back into the fandom.
Were you two mutuals?
I don't remember.
I
don't think so.
I mean, I think we are,
Yeah.
but we never spoke.
No,
I only
yeah.
know Lex like through you, Chris.
Yeah, me and Lex never talked except you said, "Oh, I'm moving to NJ. Who wants to hang?"
And Christina was like, me.
I was like, "We're in NJ,"
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
I think Chris and I have been mutuals for a really long time,
Yeah.
and we always like chatted because
we always
both-
said we were gonna go to a Frank show,
Yeah, and then we did, and then we didn't meet.
Yeah, you were like, "Oh, I stood a few people behind you." I was like, "Why didn't you say hi?"
Yeah, and then we finally did meet, and it was the show that was the day before my
Jersey
birthday,
City,
Jersey
yeah.
City,
Yeah.
and we
I almost went to that show too. That's
we
kind of
stayed out in the
ironic.
rain to try to meet them, and like they didn't.
Yeah,
You
Evan
know.
ran out and he was like, "Bye," and I was
Yeah,
like,
bye.
"I'm gonna die."
Bye.
But that was the same show where someone crowd surfed onto the stage and Frank pushed them into the crowd and they fell on the floor.
Oh my god.
He's so dumb.
Idiot.
I want to punch him.
A whole idiot.
Then we went to the one in Philly recently.
Yeah, and then
That was our second Frank show, right?
And then the Asbury show.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Asbury show was our first Frank show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Not
Warped.
to be like that, but probably our last too.
True.
Because of Frank.
Everyone from the Future Violence says it's not done.
Here's my thing is I don't think that they're going to stop touring, but like I said to you, it's going to be extremely oversaturated with like standees now.
Yeah.
Like how it was at first.
Apparently, wait, what do you mean?
Like the first couple Frank shows I went to,
Oh, yeah.
nobody knew
yeah.
any of the words. They were just there because of MCR.
What was it? Me and Nick were talking about this, and Nick was like, "Well, say goodbye to your small Frank shows," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm so
The
fuck the MCR
first tour
reunion."
they do after the reunion, they're gonna have to book bigger venues. They're gonna have to.
Yeah,
But and maybe after that tour, maybe they'll be back to normal.
I hope so.
Because-
Ooh, brights.
I'm fucking getting blinded.
I don't know.
By that one car and this like sea of headlights, but that makes me like I'm gonna like the Frank shows were like my favorite part of like the past like what
5 years.
5 years?
It'll be 6 this year because 2014 was the first Frank tour, I think.
like that's what kept me going.
Yeah.
And now that it's not here anymore, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because I would like, I think when I went to the UK, that's when I started actually going to more Frank shows because I was actually allowed to.
Yeah. Well, that was also like you were 18, right?
Yeah.
So you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. So that's like kind of when I went all out, and now like I feel like I have like nothing to like look forward to. Even though it sounds stupid, but like
No, I get it.
I have like that's all I had when I
Yeah.
turned 18. What was I gonna say? Shit. So like now that MCR is back, now I'm probably gonna have to spend like what $100 on a ticket to go see them.
to get a bad seat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm definitely dreading that.
Like we
Yeah.
complain about it, and it's gonna suck spending the money. But like when we're
gonna
there,
be so happy.
it's
when
gonna
we're
be
there.
so worth it.
We
We're
all
never
have to go to the same Frank
Okay,
show.
if they
I
don't-
mean, the same MCR show.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if what we should do is like like, I'll put all the tickets on my credit card, and you guys can just, like, pay me back. That way we can get seats
so we can
together.
get all of them together.
Yeah.
I was, like, telling my dad, it's like, because my dad drove me and Hannah to DC and to the New York Frank shows.
Which DC is, like, 6 hours from us. It's
We
not
stayed at a
close.
hotel in DC.
Yeah.
He did not go to the Frank show.
That's
He met
crazy.
Frank and everything. And I was
Yeah.
like, why don't you just go? It's fun.
Yeah, it's cheap, too.
He's like, no, I'm going to stay in the hotel. I'm like, you came here to bring us to a Frank show. At least come in with us.
Yeah.
He saw Gerard with me.
That's funny.
But we're
She
like,
just bought him a ticket.
I was going to. But he was like, no, Christina, don't.
Okay.
So I was like,
Suit yourself, Mike.
yeah. I was like, okay, so then when MCR tours, you're going with us. And then he's like, you don't want me there. I'm like, yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We want Mike to
We
go.
want Mike. Mike.
We absolutely want Mike to go.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Fucking tolls.
Oh God, how much?
Oh, I think we're no. This is
150.
Easy Pass only. Fuck.
150?
150.
Full service. Okay.
Oh my god. New Jersey fucking sucks.
How much? How much? How much?
It doesn't say.
I've got the jar of change.
It doesn't say. Rattle it. ASMR.
ACMR. I'm just gonna grab a
AMCR.
fucking fistful of quarters.
I believe it's 150.
It's on that
Probably.
window.
Yeah, it's
over there.
150.
Okay.
And this one's bullshit because
6 quarters, please.
where do you have to go? You have to stay left, right? Okay, that's good. I want to be a toll booth person so bad. They make mad money, dude.
Really?
They work for the fucking government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a government
true.
job, so they get full benefits and like retirement plans and shit.
Yeah, I wanted my own booth so I can decorate it during the holidays. How cute would that be? That'd be cute.
Technically, it wouldn't be your own booth.
Yeah, it
because,
wouldn't
you
be,
wouldn't
'cause
work
you're on a
24
shift.
hours a day.
Yeah, that's true. I just take down my decorations at the end of each shift. It takes me an hour to clock in and clock out.
Oh my god.
So,
oh, my window's not down.
intermission. You just throw the money at the window. Intermission.
How are you?
Good.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, she was cute.
So
Let's go to
cute.
eat. Can you come with us, please?
Talk to us about MCR.
Do you want to go to Salem?
Do you want to be on our podcast?
The toll booth girl was
Honking!
Just honk back. That's what I always do.
I don't think it's at me.
No, I still honk back every time.
Oh, what'd you say?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just said that I like the toll booth girl.
Oh. I thought you said
Toll booth girl, if you're listening.
If you're listening to this podcast with 3 followers.
I was gonna say that has like 60
Ooh,
subscribers.
box. What's there? What do you have
Ooh,
boxes?
what is that? Y'all got a box. What is that?
I don't know, box. I mean, I had my phone
I
in my
like the
lap.
font.
Yeah, it's bubbly.
We should go to tattoos.
Not
with that
really
font.
boxy
The
enough.
bubble fun. Comic Sans. Just
Comic Sans.
think happy thoughts.
Can we get?
Because we were gonna
Wait, can we get a head of lettuce?
Yes, we were gonna get our Slipknot tattoos, and then Spiffs was like, "If you guys get, if you're 5'5" and I'm 6'6", 6'6", 6'6", they were like, I'm gonna get 777. And we're like, Comic Sans font.
Would they really though?
No, they want to get in the.
No, I'm saying, would they actually do it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
They seem like too much of a pussy.
Uh-oh, we
seems
hitting
tattoo-less.
traffic.
Uh-oh.
It's really not that bad. I mean, it's only 5:30.
Now I'm
but-
boiling a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're driving through New York City at like 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, so pray for us. This podcast might be longer than we plan it to be.
I mean, we can always turn it off.
No, I know, but I'm saying like if we're sitting in traffic, we might as well do something productive.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I should have brought my laptop.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's fine.
Okay, Delaney. Now back to the hard
It would
stuff.
have died
Okay.
anyway.
Back to the. Couldn't have bought your charger?
Where would
Or
you
in the
charge it in the
car.
car?
Oh, actually, Spips gave me the thing where you can actually plug.
Fuck, man.
I was actually
Killed
thinking
Delaney's
about that while
car
I was at
battery.
work. I was actually thinking about that while I was
Yeah.
at work. But
It's fine.
we talked about this plenty of times.
Uh-oh.
Do you think that they fucked after the reunion show?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Because you know what I said? I was like, Chris, do you think that like, you know, they fucked? And Chris was like, no, I was like, do you think person A is still fucking with person B? and Christina was like, physically or mentally? And I was like, yeah.
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 And she was like, oh my god.
I tweeted that.
I'm gonna say yeah.
I want to say before, because their families were all there afterwards.
Yeah.
Not that I'm sure that's ever stopped them before.
Someone fucking took pictures of Cherry Lily and Miles and they posted on
fucking
Snapchat.
course.
Why do people
bro.
do that?
Dude, I saw like when I was watching.
They're like, oh, the Aero babies. I'm like, you can't do
At
that.
least cover their
Frank would
faces.
Frank would like kill you.
I
At least
like-
cover their faces if you're going to be
They-
that much of an
yeah.
asshole.
I like logged onto the live stream like super early, like before Thursday even played, and people were like saw all of them up in the balcony, and they were like, oh my god, Bandit, and they start doing a chant for Bandit. Like, that is
oh my
so
god,
weird.
I don't think Delaney knows about Donna, but I don't want to talk about it on the podcast because she gets weird.
Yeah. Okay,
so I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Not you. You don't get weird. You'll see later.
Yeah. Lindsay was tweeting about it. She was like, it's such a good day. I'm so happy. I'm like, Lindsay's so
wholesome.
Oh god, I love Lindsay so fucking much.
Oh,
if MCR can go back on tour, so can MSI. Your hair looks like a mountain.
A mountain? That looks bad.
Deku! Oh my god, Deku, it's an honor! Deku!
Actually, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Sorry, that was a really niche joke. That's his real name. Deku is his hero name.
Anyway.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Are we going through the Lincoln Tunnel?
No!
It's just an overpass!
I know that!
We're not going into New York City.
We're going around. We're going over it.
We could go through New York
We're going
City.
over the Tappan Zee Bridge. It's actually called the Mario Cuomo Bridge now.
Oh, really?
Mario?
Yeah. He was a here's a little fact for you listeners. It used to be called the Tappan Zee Bridge, and a couple years ago it got knocked down. They built a brand new one, so we're gonna be nice and safe. It was just old as shit.
Oh.
And now the new one is called the Mario Cuomo. Thank you. History fact of the day.
I guess. I mean, we can't call it a mini cast if we go much longer. A pea pod. I feel like we said all we need to say about the reunion and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm feeling funky. I'm feeling like this is a good stopping point because you don't want it to get dead and then stop it.
Yeah. Well, it says Newark, the Oranges right now, South Orange Ave. So we're pretty far up Jersey.
Yeah.
We are, boys.
Oranges.
We're going up to the MCR territory, so hopefully we don't get shot.
That's
my favorite thing about my favorite thing about like the Life on the Murder Scene is when they talk about Jersey. Gerard's like, it's a very crime-ridden area. It's like you'll get killed if you take one step out your door. And I'm like,
the whole state of Jersey.
Turn your brights off.
I'm like, have you never? I'm like,
it's a motorcycle.
I'm like,
and he's going between the middle lines. You're so
that's
stupid.
So illegal.
You're so stupid. It's a woman.
fucking women.
She's gonna fucking die.
Fucking women.
A bitch.
But
an idiot, a whole idiot.
To people who have never been to Jersey before, they're probably like, oh man, that's so tough of them to like survive in Jersey.
It's not that bad.
It's really not.
No,
there are areas that are that bad.
The streets of Jersey
but where they grew up is not that bad.
No, I don't know, because they grew up in Newark.
No, Gerard and Mikey are from Belleville.
Well, so my boyfriend's mom...
Newark is pretty close
My
to
boyfriend's
Belleville.
mom is from, like, Newark, Orange area, so she's, like, from right there, and she said it was pretty bad.
Yeah, especially 15 years ago, it might have been worse.
That's true.
25 years ago.
I'm not Gerard, so...
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like he over-exaggerates everything.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
He's a drama queen.
Yeah.
It's what he does. He was a theater kid. He's a drama queen.
Wait, what was that band geek thing that you talked about at work? You're like, someone thought Gerard was a band geek or something?
A band geek, or like someone who's in a band, like...
Those are two
guess who's the virgin, and it's not the band geek.
Yeah.
Because, like, band geeks are bad. Like, the band geeks in my high school,
they all
like,
fuck
did
each other.
heroin. And, like, snorted coke off each other's ass.
We went to two completely different high schools.
I went to high school in the South. I had a race war in my parking lot.
Oh, wow.
That's for another podcast.
Phil and Selma was there?
Yeah.
They resurrected Dimebag.
Oh my god. Alright, well, this was fun.
The Peapod was fun.
It's been real, it's been fun. It's been real fun.
Delaney, drop your ats.
Yeah, I'll put them on the screen.
Shit, alright. Instagram at delaney.m.s. Twitter at Delaney Stimson. I don't use it anymore, but Tumblr is Sweet Revenge, but the W is 2 V's.
Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge.
Yeah.
Let's drop your ats.
They're on the screen, and so are yours, because they're also in the description, because ours are always in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow the podcast wherever this is posted.
Crusty Rat Podcast on everything.
Except for Twitter, which is just
Crusty Rat Pod, I think.
On Instagram, you called it
Podcat.
Podcat? You should have kept it.
I should have.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
Pod Rat.
Dummy.
Oh
I really wish I brought my rats with me. Anyway, we'll see you
road
guys later.
trip.
But no, let's wait till it's like the full 40.
Okay.
Nipples on a tray.
Nipples on a tray. Nipples on a tray. Got my goddamn nipples on a tray.
Nipples on a tray. Nipples on a tray. Got my goddamn nipples on a tray.
Peach on a sheet.
peach on the seat. Got my goddamn peach on the seat. Peach on the seat. Peach on the seat. Got my goddamn peach on the seat.